German police have discovered a group of migrants hiding on a train during searches near the Austrian border. 7 adults and 5 unaccompanied minors were found hiding underneath lorries on a train traveling from Verona to Munich. They had been discovered at the train station in Robling, near the Bavarian city of Rosenheim. The trains traveling at speeds of around 150 kilometers per hour. Migrants hiding on trains face a perilous journey. One man found on Wednesday had an injured leg and was visibly in pain and unable to walk unaided. The migrants told authorities they were from Somalia, Nigeria and Ivory Coast. Over now to Uganda, where informal metal sector is driving job opportunities for citizens. In Katwe, a suburb of the outskirts of Uganda's capital, Kampala, a homegrown micro-industry is creating much-needed jobs by fabricating everything from water pumps, maize mills, popcorn makers, transformers and woodcutters.
Katwe, a district on the outskirts of Kampala, has gained a reputation over the years for housing some of the country's most skilled metal fabricators. Artisans run informal industrial businesses here, producing various items from household products to machines made from metal and iron sheets, ranging from pots and pans to grain mills, water pumps and welding transformers, among other things. The ironsmiths here pride themselves in being able to fashion machines similar to those produced in formal manufacturing plants. The thriving business allows people to buy machines at a cheaper price compared to imported ones sold in stores. Joseph Kantinti runs a shop here. He mostly makes electronic equipment like welding machines, electricity stabilizers and battery chargers. In a good month, Kantinti makes about $300.
The reason why you see that we are upgrading is because we have confidence in the machines we are making. When you buy a Chinese machine, all in all, you come back to us to give you after-sales support. The Chinese machines are not the standard of our country. When you look at our maize, it is too hard. It is not soft like Chinese maize. It can't work here. That is why you see we are in the market. We are competing with them because we trust our products and we can give you after-sales support.
There are about 15,000 metal fabricators in Kampala alone and over 1.5 million in the country, but the sector is yet to gain the recognition it deserves. Musa Body, a company credited for helping grow the sector, is one of the most established businesses here and has trained many welders and fabricators who now run their own shops. The company started in 1999 and is now worth over $1.6 million and employs 40 workers.
The reason why you see we are upgrading, because we have a confidence in the machine we are making. When you buy a Chinese machine, all in all you'll come back to us to give you after-sales support. Their Chinese machines, they're not a standard of our country. When you look at our maize, it's too hard. It's not soft like Chinese maize. It can't work here. That's why we see we are in the market, we are competing with them because we trust our products and we can give you after-sales support.
Musa Body has also set up a campus where students sign up for courses in mechanics, welding, carpentry and metal fabrication. With a number of new formal jobs remaining though, the metal fabrication sector is giving more Ugandans an opportunity to do meaningful business and better support their families.
Visual activist Zanelle Muholi explores and expresses the struggles of South African women and her frustrations with the lack of liberty. Taken over 3 years, the self-portraits have sparked debate and intrigue among visitors and critics alike.
The street of East London is adorned with the portrait of visual activist Zanelle Muholi. Staring out the gallery window are exhibitions of 60 photographs which has drawn good reviews of work in the global art community. With an intention to draw attention to women's lack of liberty, she styles herself to look like the famous Statue of Liberty in New York.
The photo that you see behind me is called Dozake, which means there are things. And it's named in Zulu, which is my first language. It is on liberty or the freedom that women should have in their spaces.
In another, she uses clothes pegs worn in her hair and as earrings to represent the domestic drudgery of her mother's life as a cleaner. Photographed at different locations, Muholi takes on a different guise in each portrait. With such a range of attitudes, everyday accessories and artistic devices, Muholi wanted to turn herself into a singular representative of many struggles. According to the associate professor and researcher at Wits Institute for Social and Economic Research, Lonifa Mokaina, Muholi's work is a new kind of protest to injustice.
I think what is different about Zanele Muholi's protest or her message is that a lot of it is in quite discrete objects, objects that people would not normally think of as protest objects.
Muholi says she wanted to highlight the contrast between dark and light, but using no studio lighting. Appearing in each image, she takes the picture herself, using a remote control. Rene Musai, Senior Curator and Chief Archivist at Autograph APB Gallery, commissioned 4 new works, including a special edition of Autograph's newspaper to delve into the stories and ideas that Muholi is presenting.
We have art historians, we have fellow activists, we have poets, we have a forensic psychologist in training responding to the work. And in many ways, what Zanele Muholi's work requires often is a quite sophisticated level of decoding, of reading the images, of reading and understanding the props and seeing them in a wider cultural, socio-political context.
But far from being contrived, the props and objects in the photographs exhibit the rather random way that Muholi works. She takes inspiration from wherever she finds herself.
All the materials that I've used in the work, they depend on the mood, how I was feeling then, and what agitated me at that particular period, and what I wanted to say with those pieces that I used into this space. So it goes beyond just the arts, but it has to do with my frustrations, my personal experiences that has led me to produce each and every image. What I wanted to say that I couldn't write, you know? It's just pure angst.
Originally, she had intended to take a self-portrait every day for a year, but life got in the way, and she worked on this series for 3 years. Even the selfie generation are struck by the power of Muholi's self-portraits that so vividly reflect a South African woman's experiences.
Well, that's Network Africa. Thank you for watching. I'm Jaka Rogers.